Hello there folks, it's time for another Quantus here on the FTG server, and I'm over at Grok's Blood Magic area at the moment, making use of his Blood Infuser. I have made myself 3 ghast tears using these Ender tears. You just pop them into the Blood Infuser. It does require that you have the Promise of Tenacity 3 in there, which is why I'm using his one. And I'm also going to make myself another one of these Blood Orbs, using an empty orb and using the Promise of Tenacity 1. The empty orb, just glass around some iron. And that takes a little bit longer. So why are we doing this? Why aren't we doing some more blood magic? Well, I am shamelessly ripping off what Toddy did in the last episode that I watched of his. I'm getting hold of the Vengeance Ring and getting hold of a Piercing Vengeance Focus, because I want to make myself the pendant thing that he had. If I go pendant and have a look and see this, the primed pendant, we require 2 of the crushed dark gems. We need a blood infusion core, which is a dark powered gem surrounded by hardened blood. We've done that before. Golden string is very easy, but this Garmonbosia is a little bit trickier to do. You need the Promise of Tenacity 3, you need some blood, you need 20 XP, and you need materialized Vengeance Essence, and that is done by surrounding this Vengeance Essence in crushed dark gem. And you won't find a recipe for the Vengeance Essence because that is a drop from Vengeance Spirits. So, how do you get Vengeance Spirits? Well, there's a couple of ways to do it. There is an enchant called Vengeance where you can get... Ooh, bit jittery there. Excuse me, bit of a cold at the moment, so I was coughing there, sorry about that. Yeah, where did you get the Vengeance Spirits from? Well, Vengeance is, like I say, one of these enchants. You can see it's Vengeance 3 on this Vengeance pickaxe. And that's the downside of the coolness of the Fortune 5 there. So you can have these spirits attack you. They appear, you can't kill them using normal means, but they die as soon as they attack you. So they do a little bit of damage, but then they disappear. Unless you get yourself this Vengeance Focus thing. So I've made myself these Vengeance Rings. I need to make 2 of them, which is crushed dark gems again around, and iron ingots around like that. Then you put 1 of them back in there and it makes a Vengeance Focus, like so. Let's take this stuff back out, and then the Vengeance Focus, no, I want to do uses of that. Uses of that, we get the Vengeance Focus with End Crystals, Blood Orbs, and popped chorus fruit. So I need to pop over to the end, no pun intended, and get that sorted out. I've got my nether stars from the wither fight that you'll have seen in the intro. And that's not how you make an end crystal. Nethers. Why is it not giving me the option to be able to do that? Oh, it's panes, not glass like that. Okay, so I need a little bit more, and like so, and like so, and do. Cool, got those. Let me go and get the popped chorus fruit. We'll get this sorted out, and we will be in good shape. Here we go then. I'm down a Thorgal sort of public brewing area, making myself some potions of instant health too. Whilst we're here doing that though, I do have the Vengeance Ring and the Piercing Vengeance Focus now. So I'm going to turn on the Vengeance Ring, and it's going to... There, see that swirly thing in front of me? That's a Vengeance Spirit, and it touches me, takes half a heart of damage, and disappears. So I've basically got to run around and wait for one that's like of an creature. It might be a mob, a hostile mob. Oh. That one sounded like it was of something, but I need to... There. Yeah. Oh, there's one. That's a rabbit. And I fire this thing at it until I kill it. And there we go, I killed it. Hurrah. And now I'm going to turn off this. So I got, there we go, the Vengeance Essence. Cool, got it. Yeah, I think that's all I really need. This should be done now as well. Yes, it is. I'm going to put 2 of them back in there because I don't need them. That's very cool. And let's fly up to the base. And if I can negotiate the trees. There we go. So, got one last, ouch, one last thing to do with the blood infuser. Got the dark gem there, we'll infuse that. I've got the hardened blood shards that we do the other way. Oh, we've got a will from that rabbit as well, but looks things. Right. And let's go over here. Do like so, gives us the blood infusion core. And then, where is it? It's the pendant. This one. So we need golden string as well. Forgotten about the string bit of it. 1, 2, 3 string. Do I have gold? I have 1, 2, 3 gold. Like that. Cool. And so we've got the blood infusion core. Vengeance essence we need to do like that. That's the materialized vengeance essence. I think we need the vengeance. What is it? We need that with the blood infuser with the promise of tenacity 3. So we need to go back over to Grok's area over here. Thank you, Nika. And let's go pop that in there. Yes, that's going to work. It's going to work very quickly. He's got this really done up nicely. Cool. We have the thingy bob. Oh no. Yeah. So let's get back over here. And let's see. Missing items, the crushed ore, which I have 1. I need 1 more. I think I might go and borrow that from somebody. 2 seconds, folks. Grok's area to the win again. I just spoke to him and he said I could grab 1 for him. He's a good guy. I don't care what Link says. So we should now be able to do this. Yes, 1 primed pendant. That's very nice. And if we go and right click on it and put the potion of healing in there, it's going to fill up with the blood that we've got. Can I put that on? Yes, it's going to go in my eye slot apparently. Oh, it is a necklace slot. Okay, cool. That works. And now I should... Let's try this out. Yeah, that works. But I can't see how much blood it used. Ooh, it uses it constantly. Ooh, that's interesting. Right, okay. Right, next steps. Okay, this process is a little bit faffier than I would have liked now. I'm wearing the pendant. It is constantly draining 10 blood every little bit, so it's draining down pretty quickly. This bound blood drop that I have made, though, is going to help matters drastically. This thing is one of the weak blood orbs. I've taken my weak blood orb because I won't need it anymore, and put it into the blood infuser with the promise of tenacity. Again, thank you, Grok, for setting up your system so nicely and conveniently just across the valley from me. So that makes this big bound blood drop, and it absorbs blood. But this makes a link between blood magic and evilcraft. And basically what it is doing is any of the life essence that we've got in our LP network, there we go, we've got current essence 17,655 LP. You'll notice that we have 17,665 blood in our bound blood drop. That's because this thing converts LP into blood, and you can use it to charge up items, such as the primed pendant. Now, it's just about to run out of blood, but it will start drawing blood from here. It'll draw it from other places as well. I even drew it from my broom at one point. Basically, this thing will draw blood from pretty much anywhere it can. I didn't even know it would work for the broom. But yeah, that's what's going to happen in a little bit. So, what I've got to do is, I am happily standing here and going like this, filling up the blood altar a little bit, and then I can make the runes that we want. I do, however, have to keep an eye on how much blood we've got in there, because once that starts draining, I don't want it to drain to nothing, and then for me to suddenly keel over like I did not that long back. Just when I came on, I wasn't paying very much attention, ran out of blood, and, well, actually I didn't run out of blood, I didn't have the potion in the thing, but yeah, I wasn't paying attention, and I killed myself very quickly. So yes, I've got to make sure that that doesn't happen. But it does mean that we can have plenty blood going into this, and it makes it very difficult for me to actually kill myself. Not impossible, but... well, that was unexpected. It makes it very difficult for me to kill myself. But I can get all the runes that I want. So I already have 10 around here. I need to get the other 10 for around that side. Then I will need to get, I think it's 28 or something. Yeah, because that'd be 10 on each side plus a further 2 on each end of each side, which means it's a further 4. So that means, oh no, that's not. No, it's not. What's that? 5, 7, 8, 9 on each side, so it would be 9, 18, 27, 36. So further 36. Oops, and I've accidentally gone and left that one in there, and it had made a reinforced slate. Not to worry. So this should have used up all the blood that's in there. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. It has started using the blood from here. So I do need to be a little bit more careful what I'm doing, just to make sure. That's still got a little bit of red on it whilst I'm making these. But we are going to get into a situation very soon where we will be able to get up to our tier 4 altar, and we'll get some goodies then that are going to help us out. But basically I need to stand here and do this for a good little while yet. Back at base for a moment, because I have now made all the blank runes I need for our level 4 or tier 4 altar. But if you recall, we need to have those bloodstone bricks put onto the top of it. Let's have a look at those. I don't know if it's bloodstone like that. Yes, it is. So we can have these. So those are made by taking any old stone and combining it with a weak blood shard. A weak blood shard you get from using the bound blade, and it's a rare drop from killing things using the bound blade. Where's the bound blade? I had it a minute ago. Bound blade. Right, here we go. There's various bound tools, but the bound blade there is made using the arcane ashes and a diamond sword with this binding reagent. The binding reagent is made in the Hellfire Forge using these very simple things, but you'll note that the common tartaric gem is the lowest one that it will work with. So we need to have at least a common tartaric gem, and I still can't tell how much will that it is requiring, but we'll just fill it up completely, I think. So we've only got the lesser tartaric gems on us. However, here's the other one that we've got, and if we put it in here with an imbued slate, it's level 2 slate, put well, let's look at the recipe. Yeah, reinforced slate turns into, what's a level 3 one actually, sorry. Blank slate turns into a reinforced slate, turns into the imbued slate. So it's a level 3 one. So you got to get to tier 3, but then this is what we're doing all of this for is to get to tier 4 anyway. So we'll pop that in there. Don't know how much wool it's going to use. Not much, to be perfectly honest. That's fine. I will take this gem here. I will transfer the wool over into that one, and I'm hoping that that's sufficient wool to be able to do it. It is not. Okay, I need to go and fill that up, which I shall go and do over at Asgard's mob tower. But I'm going to do that in just a second, because I think I might be able to make the binding reagent stuff. It's not that. It is forgotten now. Binding reagent, glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, gold nugget. Tis that. Right. No, not enough for that either, so I need to go and recharge things, and I'll be back in another moment. This time, I'm back over at Asgard's base, so we can get our bound blade and stuff. So let's use our arcane ashes here, and we put the binding reagent, and then we'll take our diamond sword and whack that on there, and that looks very, very cool. Always forget how loud this is. And didn't tell anybody else on the server that I was doing anything, but there we go. We are sorted out with our bound blade. Now, we've got plenty blood in our network, so we're okay for that. Let's turn this thing on. Come over here and start whacking some of these guys in the ankles. And every now and again, we're going to have to just check. There we go, 1 weak blood shard. Now, I think I want 3 of those, because I need 1 to make... Grab that. I need 1 to make the orb that we want. So yeah, we'll make the Master Blood Orb with 1 of them. We'll make the bricks with another one. I'm pretty sure you can actually use these to make more of them. But we need 1 for the Greater Tartaric Gem as well. So actually I need 4. Okay, I thought you could actually sort of breed these together, but no. So 1 for that, 1 for the orb, and 1 for each of the things. So 4 of these. Cool. Hopefully it will not take too long. Oops. This is a very good mob tower. Yeah, there's another one. So, oh, must have just been another one pop in there at the last second. So we've got 4. Cool, cool, and cool. And I'm going to grab that as well. Excellent. Right then, we have a 1 tier 4 altar. And if you were paying very close attention, you'll have seen my deliberate mistake that I made of placing this layer of the altar 1 too far out. So it was on this line here and going around. But I'm spent about 10 minutes with scratching my head and then noticed my deliberate mistake. So that's it all sorted out. We've got tier 4 thing. I've made my tier 4 Master Blood Orb there, so that's all cool. I can't quite make the common Tartaric Gem into the what was it, I can't remember what it's called. The that one, the Greater Tartaric Gem, because it needs a Demon Will Crystal, and I do not have the capability of making them quite yet. But what I can do is I can start making the stuff that I need for that suppression sigil. Suppression sigil. Yes, we need this suppression reagent, and it needs a teleposer, which needs a teleposition focus, if you recall. So we have got some of these ender pearls here, and I want to make a few of these because I want to also make some proper teleporters to make things a bit easier for getting back and forth to here and other places. If you've seen Grok's latest video today, he has actually started using these things as well. I'll watch my health. So yeah, he started using these things for getting back and forth from his blood magic area, and also he made one for Rose so she could get up and down to her area a little bit easier. So I will need 5 foci for my immediate requirements, but I will probably make more in the future, depending on how I want to do my teleporting about from place to place. So these, they take a decent amount of blood to make by the looks of things. They're fair draining it out, but with limitless LP, it's fairly easy to do this bit. So we'll grab these. I also did make myself the portal charm, which needed another nether star there, because I've been going back and forth so often here. I made myself this portal charm thing here as well. So the recipe for that, the end crystal that we've already made some of them, obsidian and string. So it's fairly simple. And all I do is just walk straight. There's none of the wibbly wobbly thing. It just gets me straight through. The issue that I have is that you've got to go through the portal to get into the gold farm, which you can't do on foot, but you can on a broom. So I can go toddling through here like that. So that's fine. So, but if I'm on foot, then whoop, straight through. So that speeds things up quite nicely. So I require teleposition focus. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5. And I need a bunch of gold. Just grab that. Perfect. So 1 of those. 2 of those. 3 of those. 4 of those. 5 of those. Perfect. Nice one. So we'll put the gold back in there. We'll put that last remaining ender pearl in there. Come over to our Hellfire Forge. We'll put our gem in there. We'll put one of them down then. And that way we should get the suppression reagent. Cool. So that, and a demonic slate. Oh, we get the buckets back. Getting overly excited about 3 iron there, but never mind. So we go that on there, that on there, that on there. Stand back, wait for loud noise. No loud noise? No, because it's not the binding ritual. And this should just pop out and give us our suppression thingy bob. There we go. Right. That is now bound to us. Let's go back over. And I'm an idiot. I wanted to keep 2 of those teleposition focuses so I could link these 2 together. Never mind. I do actually have some use for all of these, so I shall do that, but I'm going to do that off camera anyway because I've got some design work to do around it. So that's what I'm wanting to do there. So I will do something. So let's turn this on. Yeah, it's lit up a little bit, and let's just walk outside. Ooh, laggy-tastic. But when we walk back inside and turn this back off, everything should fall back into place. Takes a second, but yep. Oh. Well, clearly there was a block update that hadn't happened before. If I can just reach the... That's fine. I don't mind having another leaky bit there at this side. That actually looks quite cool coming in like that. And that's all kind of working. So if I want to go outside, I can just go and toddle out here. And it's going to do that. And we can start building our other domes that we require. Cool. Does turn it a bit lag-tastic, but we don't have to have it on at all times. I wonder how much LP that's drained. Actually, a reasonable amount, actually. But that's pretty cool. I am liking that. So, doop. And need to watch about light here as well. But, yeah. Excellent. Very happy with that. That, ooh, it's very dark, actually. Come back into the light. Boop, turn it off. Cool. Right, very happy with that. Like I say, I'm going to go make those teleposition focuses again, and I'm going to make some way of linking back and forth. I shall show you what that is next time. But if you watch Grok's episode, you'll pretty much guess exactly the mechanic behind it. But I'm going to make it look a bit cooler, I think. I'm going to try something anyway. But until the next time, folks, cheery bye, and have a funs.